Good morning, third graders. This is a video message from Mrs. Miller on April 5th, 2023. Wednesdays are your days to have a work day. That's my days to meet with some new students that we'll have this week. I just kind of wanted to go over your assignments for today. So right now I'm on the calendar, and you may have your calendar in month view or week view. I prefer the agenda view. That way you can see everything that's due in all subjects. Just don't forget to be able to see all your subjects on the calendar. Make sure that you have clicked on each one of your classes. So math, if it's unclicked, you won't see it. Same with music, PE, science, and social studies. So make sure those are indeed clicked on the right hand side so that all of those lessons will come up for the day. Okay, so read Charlotte's Web Chapter 2 today. Also, Wednesdays is music, social studies, and science lessons. And if you just use the calendar for science and social studies, you won't actually see the lesson. So for classifying ecosystems assignment, you can find the assignment here by clicking on that. But to find the lesson that teaches you about how to classify biomes, go to your modules and find the lesson that comes directly before this. Or you could just scroll down here to the previous button. That takes you to lesson 25.3, classifying biomes. The activity, if you click that, it will open up in a PDF. But I've already turned that PDF into Kami for you. But you can also find that in your workbook as well. And you can take a picture of your workbook and upload it into the Kami. So here's the lesson. If you scroll through, it teaches you about what is a biome, what kinds of biomes are there, aquatic biomes. If you click on each one of these, that will give you a little bit of information on each one. Where do you live? Complete these activities to discover different biomes. So go through each part of the lesson. Feel free to find pictures on Google if you'd like for the different biomes. But I just wanted you to remember that if you're trying to figure out, where do I find this information? Go back to your modules or click the previous button to get to the actual lesson. So today's date is April 5th, 25.3. The actual lesson for that is here. You can tell that this is a link and not an actual assignment that you turn in because there's no due date or points. Okay, so same thing then for social studies. If you go to social studies, then modules, you'll notice up at the top is, I try to keep the most current modules at the very top. So today's assignment is natural, human, and capital resources. You might be thinking, how will I find out that information? Same thing as for science. Click on this link before the lesson. That will take you to the teaching part where you can scroll through and find out how to complete the activity that follows on the Kami page. Okay, back to calendar. Notice that for Wednesdays, there's an iReady lesson for math and science. It's different than your normal 45 minutes in iReady that you do each week. These are teacher assigned lessons, and if you click on this, it will give you the directions on how to find it when you go to iReady. Last week, as I put in the grades, not last week, but the week before spring break, only about 8 students in 3rd grade completed this. But I do want to let you know, these do count for a grade each week, and they do count towards your weekly 45 minutes of iReady. So when you log into iReady on the left-hand side, normally to complete your 45 minutes, you'll click on your My Path, but for these teacher assigned lessons, you'll find them on the left-hand side. And today's for math is add and subtract within 1,000, part 1. So that may take you 20 minutes to complete or so, but that does count towards your 45 minutes of weekly math iReady minutes. Same thing for reading. So those are on your list of things to do for Wednesdays. There's also 2 SCA quizzes, Indiana Post. So you took the same quiz, the pre-test. These are these Indiana quizzes. I call them SCAs, and that's just the Indiana State Standard for math and for reading. So you'll have one of those today, one of those tomorrow, and I know those take a little bit of time. Just do your very best on those. We learned about point of view, of your own point of view versus an author's point of view. And whenever you click on this, it takes you directly to the assignment. Well, you're going to see it in teacher view for me, but the assignment itself has 6 questions. And the second question is kind of like an essay where you'll see the question: what are 2 places in the passage in which the author thinks about a young reader's point of view? That's your point of view. So as you're reading Wild Ponies, think about where the author thinks about a reader's point of view. So then I score that based on the rubric here. You'll get a 2 if you demonstrate a sufficient understanding of the text by naming 2 examples. And that's exactly what it tells you to do right here. What are 2 places? So your answers here will be graded by me after you complete that. And just do your very best on that. Like I said, let me know today if you have any questions about assignments or anything like that. I hope you're enjoying Charlotte's Web, and we'll see you back in live classes tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then math for the whole class is tomorrow afternoon, 12:30 to 1:15. Then we'll have ELA again on Friday for the whole class and math groups. And so you will see that pop up for your math group when you go to math, big blue button. If you see Friday Cash Cab Crew, that means that's when your small group is. And if you are not quite sure about which group you're in, look at my newsletter. scroll down on the newsletter, I added a new picture with even our new students of who's in which math group and what day you come to see me and what time. So Fridays, these students come to see me for small group math. Tuesdays, these kiddos come to see me for small group math. So we'll be welcoming some new students tomorrow. And if you need any help with rounding or math, I also have your spelling words here and your live group schedule located on my newsletter too. So that's all for now. Sorry this was such a long video message, but I wanted to make sure that you were clear on assignments for Wednesday. Have a great day.